I'm back. What's good? So today, I actually know what I'm going to talk about because I wrote it down before. I didn't write down exactly what I was going to say, but I wrote down the first word. And today, we're going to be talking about tradition and facing tradition as you grow up, basically. And this is kind of spiked up from a conversation I was having with someone, and they were saying that they wanted, like, they like a girl and they wanted to, get with her. Well, they're talking about marriage, they just met, but yeah. But then they were talking about marriage, and then they were talking about how they want to get married, but then the parents are not favoring it. And obviously in Islam, which is the religion that they're both part of, you need, like, the woman needs man approval and just some other stuff. And I was just saying, bro, you can't let that stop. If you really like someone, you can never let that stop you to be with someone. Okay, that's just like, you have to. That's what I mean when I say looking past tradition and looking past backward thinking. Because again, I don't care what anyone says, bro. I just personally believe that is just like, this is what I said to him. I just think it's just there was just some old man back in the day that just wanted power, like, over the years. So he decided to, like, just say that you need the man's approval, innit? You get me? That's literally, bro, you can't tell me that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a bit of, yeah. So that's what I wanted to say. Just make sure you face tradition. If you don't want to do something, don't do it. And a lot of the times we see people face tradition in general from just not breaking apart from their religion completely, but definitely breaking apart from the parts which don't really make sense to them or don't really make sense as much in a modern world. Okay, those are the areas where I want you to break past tradition. Of course, you should uphold tradition and respect it, but you also have to recognize that tradition itself can be just as tainted as the modern world is tainted anyways. So you just have to be wary of everything. And tradition is a good way for you to be wary of, an easier way to be wary of, let's say, because it's one of the ones where you can see the examples of the consequences between it. For example, with me, when I look at religion, I instantly think about how it was weaponized back in the day to put my people as slaves. Like, that's the only way that I can really think about it. And I can think about, I'm fine, by the way. You're lucky you didn't hear that. And I can think about how King Henry used Christianity to divorce his wife, bruv. He created the Church of England, the church that I went to as a kid in my school, to fucking, yeah, just so he can divorce his wife. That's what I mean, and that's no reprimand to the nature of the religion itself. Reprimand, is that even a word? And by reprimand, I mean disrespect. And reprimand, I'm making that a word. What? Reprimand. Reprimand. To no reprimand. To no reprimand. Disrespect. But yeah, bro, to no reprimand. To I even forgot what the reprimand was to. But yeah, like, my issue was never with Jesus and the story of Jesus. And again, this is something I want to talk about in another video as well. My issue was mainly with the way that mainstream religion manifests itself. That's my main issue, to be honest. I don't like it at all. I never really have from a young age. It's just back in the day, I didn't really see another option outside of mainstream religion. So that used to really make me kind of scared, because I used to think, oh shit, like, I'm cooked, because like, there must be no God then, because there's no way God's operating like that, fam. You get me? And obviously I grew up, realised differently, innit? And again, that's something I'll be happy to expand on in a different video, innit? And give you a proper talking to, because obviously this video is about tradition. I mean, we're lost in tradition. Don't have to be about religion as well, you know. It could be about just the type of people that you marry. Like, They might expect you to just marry someone part of your culture, but you might meet someone from a different culture. That's perfectly fine. Again, these are things that should be like common sense in today's world, in my opinion, bro. Like, you get me? My hair is low-key growing, you know. But yeah, these are stuff that I feel like have to be just like in the back of your mind. They have to be. You will struggle to operate if you're not considering these things, and you really don't think for yourself in those situations. And if you don't think for yourself in those situations, again, there's not much I can say to help you. This isn't really for you. It's for those that might feel trapped or stuck within their traditional barriers. And I say to them, break through, bro. Because again, I was very blessed. My parents, like, they didn't really well, no, but to be fair, I was very resistant of the traditional thing from a very young age. So this is on the momentum about 18 years of just straight stiff vocal. You get me? You know what I mean? So obviously that's why I've come out victorious in it. But not everyone has got that stiff vocal. You get me? And that's fine, bro. That's fine. But that's what I mean. When you catch yourself in these situations, don't let that stop you, bro. Just marry who you want, do what you want. Don't let tradition stop you, bro.